Hey Tribe, how are we all? Welcome to the next edition of our Genesis Weekly vlog. Hopefully we're all having a great week. It's great to see the weather finally improving and making it a little bit nicer to get up out of bed every day, even though it's still a little bit cold outside. But yeah, a little bit more motivating for us, even though if you listen to my little, I don't want to say sermon last week about exercising through cold, but yeah, keep persisting with it anyway. So yeah, before we get started, just a reminder about our open day on Wednesday. Okay, heaps of good stuff on. We've got the schedule of events and everything at the front counter. It's going to be a great day. See us all dressed up and having a good time. So please come along. Okay, we want to see everybody there and having a good time. Okay, so remember extended child minding hours as well of an evening until 8:30. So the Zumba and RPM marathon finishes at 8. So plenty of time to socialise even afterwards with the kids still in the creche. So see you all there. To get started today, I thought I'd just have a little bit of a chat in relation to a question that I get asked a lot, which is, what is the best exercise to reduce my stomach? And the answer that I give people generally isn't the one that they want to hear. It is the right one, okay, it's the right one, but it's the one that people don't generally want to hear, because we generally have the mindset that we need to work an area to see the results in that area. But with your stomach, it's a completely different kettle of fish, because what you're seeing on top of the muscles beneath your stomach is a layer of fat, a layer of insulation, okay? And that insulation is from an excess of food over the course of, gradually gaining weight over the years. And there's no one particular exercise for your tummy that you can do that it's going to reduce the size of your tummy. So when people tell me what the best exercise to reduce my tummy is, I say get your butt in a treadmill, okay? Move, go into a class, do an RPM class, do a Zumba. Just the best exercise to reduce your tummy is one that's going to get your heart rate up for an extended period of time, okay? I even would say that if your goal primarily is to reduce the size of your tummy, don't even do crunches, okay? Basically, you want to maximise the opportunity, maximise the time you're spending exercising, and that 10 minutes that you're spending crunching on the floor, you could be spending with your heart rate at 65 to 70% of your max and actually burning calories, okay? Those crunches that you're doing are burning very few calories and strengthening your muscles a little bit, but they're not doing anything to reduce the size of your tummy. And if that is your main goal, okay, if that is your number one thing that's driving you, do not do them, okay? Crunches are a completely overrated exercise for people wanting to reduce the size of their tummy. Just don't do them. They're not necessary. There are a lot of other exercises you can do to strengthen your core if you want to protect your lower back. But if you ask me, what are the best exercises to reduce my tummy? Okay, I'm going to tell you, you're going to have to sweat a little. Okay, you're going to have to sweat a little, and which leads me to my next thing. Start to actually look at, your diet, and weight loss is one of those things that, I've seen so many people over the years begin a weight loss program, and I've been able to see both working with some of my own clients over the years and seeing gym members succeed and whatnot. And I think I wrote them down here, I think there's 3 key fundamental principles to weight loss, but it goes way beyond that, and there's certainly not enough time for me to be able to speak about it to camera now, because it's a very complex thing. But from what I've seen, there's 3 fundamental principles, and I think the first one for me is actually getting to the heart of the issue. Why do you want to lose weight in the first place? Okay, actually break it down and look at what is actually motivating you deep down. Okay, might take a little bit of soul searching, but what is the real fundamental reason for you wanting to do this? Is it a health reason? Was there, didn't stem back from, being teased as a teenager? Is there insecurity issues? Whatever it might be, what is the real reason, okay, for you wanting to lose weight? The reason I say that is because once you really identify the reason, then you can start coming up with steps to actually work on it and find out things that are really going to motivate you. Okay, because staying motivated is obviously the key long term. The next one is to learn to embrace exercise and really embrace it, and not just embrace exercise, but embrace exercise daily. Stats have shown that people who lose weight generally exercise on a daily basis. And I don't mean exercise vigorously on a daily basis. I don't mean, you need to be a fitness freak or be running 100 Ks a week like some people, but embrace the concept of exercise, meaning if you live near a shopping centre, don't catch the bus or drive, walk. Buy yourself a cheap bike and look for avenues to embrace exercise into your lifestyle. If you're dropping your kids off at soccer, or at a footy game, go for a walk around the oval whilst you're watching the game. Look for ways that you can incorporate exercise into your lifestyle and do it daily. You don't need to exercise vigorously daily. I recommend to achieve your weight loss goals, at least 3 vigorous sessions a week where you're up and sweating. But apart from that, exercise daily, okay? Do something daily, move daily, because those calories are really adding up over time. And that's how weight loss is really achieved. Weight loss doesn't come on really quickly. It happens with a really slow, gradual creep. And if you can incorporate just extra movement into your lifestyle and embrace that, really embrace it, then you're going to go a lot further, a lot faster, and most importantly be able to have a pattern of behaviour that's going to keep you in a healthy weight range for ideally the rest of your life. And thirdly, and I think for me most importantly, is measure. And when I mean measure, I mean get a training diary and a food diary. I'm a big believer if you can't measure it, you can't manage it, and so the principles stay the same with weight loss. Doesn't have to be expensive either. A training diary can just be a notebook, okay, or a pad or whatever, but something that you carry with you that's short, and it just has to be half an hour or whatever it might be that you did that day. Record it, so that way you've got something to go back on. But more importantly, is tracking your diet. And I know if anybody's watching this who I've trained before, will tell you that I'm a big fan of the Calorie King. Dr. Alan Borashek puts out a great comprehensive pocket calorie counter book and food diary that's about 10 or 12 weeks, that's completely comprehensive, absolutely fantastic. And I tell anybody who says to me they're interested in losing weight, I say get your hands on these things. It's an investment of about $11 or $12 and a pen. Put it in your pocket and carry it around with you everywhere. Stops you getting that calorie amnesia, and once you actually start writing down and taking a look at your diet and adding things up at the end of the day, it's only a small investment of your time of about 10 minutes. Once you start writing those things down, it acts 2 ways. One, it keeps you conscious before you eat, and 2, when you're actually adding it up at the end of the day, it constantly keeps you on track. And when you have a blowout day, great, you just add it up and you keep it going that way. And I've always found that more successful people in life in general write things down, and I've certainly found that as well with weight loss. So, the calorieking.com.au, I think it is. Go to your news agency, all right? And if you're having any issues with, with losing weight or you need to take it to the next level, by all means, it's an investment of $11 or $12, and I think it's invaluable personally. So, and believe me, I'm not sponsored by this guy, but I've seen it work. Okay, so.